It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Che.
And I'm Colin Jost. Well, on Monday, Chuck Schumer saw his shadow, which means we have 3 more weeks of government. The shutdown is temporarily over until February 8th, so that means these guys have 12 days left to solve all of immigration. I'm not that confident. I wouldn't even trust them to get out of an escape room in 12 days. Also, Schumer only agreed to this temporary deal because Mitch McConnell promised to finally address the issue of DACA. But trusting Mitch McConnell to keep a promise is like trusting Stevie Wonder to perform a bris.
Senator Schumer said that before his meeting with President Trump on immigration reform, he insisted that White House advisor Stephen Miller not be allowed in the room. But Miller usually scatters away whenever someone turns the lights on, because he looks like a roach. Stephen Miller looks like he has a sex doll named Mother. Doesn't he look like the guy in Ghost that yells, "Get off my train"?
President Trump reportedly ordered the firing of Robert Mueller last June, but backed down when the White House counsel threatened to resign. So he tried to obstruct justice in an obstruction of justice investigation. It's like getting pulled over for drunk driving and then challenging the cop to a keg stand. My concern at this point is that Trump tries to obstruct justice so often and so publicly that it doesn't even register as a crime anymore. I mean, no one's still trying to convict the Hamburglar for stealing hamburgers, because at this point, that's just what he does. Also, like the Hamburglar, Trump is basically a Hamburglar.
Trump's lawyer, Ty Cobb, had to tell the president the investigation was almost over just to calm him down. What do you mean, calm him down? You shouldn't have to do that to a president. That's what you do to a dog during a fireworks display. It's okay, boy. It's almost over. I do love that Trump tried to fire Mueller, and now he has to sit with him and answer all of his questions. That's got to be awkward. You ever try to press door close on somebody in an elevator, but they make it anyway, and now you got to talk to Colin about white golfers?
At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Trump was asked if he tried to fire Mueller, and this was Trump's defense.
You want to fire Robert Mueller?
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
Wait.
Why are you holding up your hand like... You know, it doesn't work if you're talking at full volume into a television camera. I think he probably saw all the world leaders whispering like this whenever he entered a room, and he just thought it was like a cool European thing. He also probably thinks that this means this guy's got great ideas. While in Davos, Trump also met with the president of Rwanda just a week after Trump used a vulgar term to describe African nations. The meeting began awkwardly when Trump tossed him his car keys and told him not to scratch the finish.
Cut right to the black guy. Republicans have begun blaming a secret society within the FBI for undermining the Trump presidency. And you know what? I believe it. That's why hating on Donald Trump is so frustrating for me, because he constantly reaffirms all of my black paranoia. Just when I think he's insane, he'll say something that makes perfect sense, like, the media is lying, the FBI is trying to do me like they did Tupac. And I'm like, they did kill Tupac, didn't they?
President Trump spoke at the World Economic Forum on Thursday, emphasizing his administration's America First policy. Joining us now to shed further light on the president's message is the senior economics fellow at the Center for Strategic and International Studies at Georgetown, Jacob Silge.
Thank you, Colin. The Trump White House sent the world mixed messages last week about the strength of the dollar. But the president's speech made one thing crystal clear. Multilateralism will not.
Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
What is it, Colin?
It's that. It's just that you're so,
Passionate about this issue? Guilty as charged, Colin. Throw the book at me. And make sure that book is about the responsible custodianship of American global economic responsibilities.
Okay, you don't have to shout.
Oh my God. You did not seriously tell me to stop shouting.
Yes, I did. You're just being really, really loud.
Unbelievable. In this day and age, I happen to suffer from voice immodulation syndrome, a condition that prevents me from controlling the volume at which I speak. Voice immodulation syndrome, or VIS, has been diagnosed in over 0 people in the United States alone. And while there still is no cure, laboratory rats with VIS do not exist.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, yeesh, I got it.
Yeesh, yeesh. Is this funny to you? I thought we were past this. Is a wheelchair funny? Not unless there's an injured clown in it. How about slavery, Colin? Is that funny to you? Maybe you'd like to sell your co-host over there to one of your rich Harvard friends.
Hey! We don't need to go there, man.
Excuse me, Michael Shea, but I'm having a private, quiet conversation with Colin right now.
Except I can hear you.
Because I have a disease.
Okay. Maybe you could just try to say some of this stuff in your head. No offense.
None taken. Geez, Jose, did that wig come with the suit? Good to know you have $5.
Okay. This is my real hair, Jacob.
Everything after none taken was muttered under my breath, Colin. You couldn't hear it.
Okay. I think we might have gotten off track a little bit.
Because of your insensitivity.
Okay.
Put yourself in my shoes, Colin. My life has been a waking nightmare. Imagine a childhood of crushing loneliness. Now imagine that you're older and you actually find a woman who is able to see past your disease and love the man inside. Then you go to make love for the first time, and there are your sex noises.
No, we don't need it. We don't need no. Okay.
Oh, God. Years later, imagine you're at the gym and there's a male dancer working out, and you say to yourself, boy, I'd switch for him. He hears you. Then he admits he's attracted to you, too. Next thing you know, you're telling that wonderful wife of 20 years that you're going to the gym, but you're really going to Troy's apartment. You're cheating on her with a man, all because you can't control how loud you talk.
Wow. Well, yes, that sounds very embarrassing.
Very, Colin,
Yeah.
Very embarrassing.
Okay. Well, I'm afraid we're out of time. Jacob Silge, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Colin.
Jacob Silge, everyone.